My name is Miss Marino. I am your math teacher, and this is my good friend,
Mrs. McDonough.
Mrs. McDonough is going to hang out with me whenever I do these videos for your homework. Welcome to Weekly 1.1. And you're probably wondering what this 1.1 is for.
I got this.
You got it?
I got this. This one means marking period number 1, and this one means week number 1 of marking period number 1. So the first week of school is 1.1, the next week will be 1.2, 1.3, yeah. It's a good system. And then when the second marking period starts, they'll all start with 2.
All right. Everything good on that one? Let us see what we're going to learn about this week.
We're going to do some things to improper fractions.
And mixed numbers. What's an improper fraction?
Well, that's a fraction where the numerator, the number on top, is bigger than the denominator or the number on the bottom. For instance, 10 over 3 is an improper fraction because the 10 is bigger than the 3.
So it's top heavy.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about mixed numbers. Mixed numbers, for example, could be 3, a whole number, 1/3, a fraction. So we have 3 and 1/3 as a mixed number.
They're kind of mixing up the numbers and the fractions together. That's
Yeah.
good. You know what I just noticed?
What?
I think that this improper fraction and this mixed number are actually equal to each other.
Well, we're going to have to find a way to figure that out. So an improper fraction and a mixed number, I know how to get from a mixed number to an improper fraction.
And I think we also can go this way from improper fractions to mixed numbers.
Let's check out an example. Example 1. And this is right on your notes so you can follow along. Write the improper fraction as a mixed number in simplest form.
Now, Miss Marino and I each have a different way of doing this because sometimes hers is really good. Sometimes it helps to see things done different ways because one way might work better for you than another. So Miss Marino's going to show you her way first.
So, what I know is that this is not just simply a fraction line. It is also a division line. So really, 19 over 8 is a fraction, yes, but really what it means is that we take 19 and divide it by 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to rewrite it as a division problem.
Divided by 8 there. There you go.
I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I was.
So 8 goes into 19 2 times. I'm going to write my 2 above. 2 times 8 gives me 16. I'm going to subtract 19 minus 16. I get 3. So my answer is 2 with a remainder of 3.
Okay.
Now to make a mixed number out of that, I take my whole number, 2. I take my remainder, and my remainder becomes my numerator.
Okay.
My denominator always has to stay the same. So my denominator is going to stay 8, and my answer is 2 and 3/8.
Okay. I like to think of it this way. I say to myself, okay, let's make some fractions with 8 in the denominator and 8 in the numerator and see how many we can pull out to make whole numbers. So I'll start with the first one. I'm going to take 8 out of 19. If I take 8 away from 19, pop it over here, that's going to give me 11 left, right? Because 19 minus 8 is 11.
Sounds good to me.
And then I'm going to make another one like that because I think I can do it again.
Yep, we can put 8 into 11 one more time.
Yeah, we're going to pull another 8 out of here and put it over here, over the denominator. And if we take 8 away from 11, we have 3 left. Now I can't take 8 out of that 3, so I'm just going to add that on at the end here as a fraction in its own right, 3 over 8. Now I have 8 over 8 plus 8 over 8 plus 3 over 8. Well, 8 over 8 is 1, right? Because anything over itself is 1.
Yep.
This 8 over 8 is also 1. So what we have is 1 plus 1 plus 3/8. This is starting to look pretty similar to yours, Ms.
I
Marino.
think
1 plus 1 is 2, and the 3/8 gets added right on there. They match. Beautiful.
And as you can see, we use 2 very different methods to get our answer, but get the same answer. And you can use either one of these methods to turn improper fractions into mixed numbers, or maybe you have a whole nother way that works for you. Let's check out another example.
This time we're going to start with a mixed number, 6 9/4, and write it as an improper fraction. Should I go first on this one?
Go ahead. Show me what you got.
All right, this is how I do it. I say to myself, well, 6 4/9 is really the same as adding 6 4/9 together, right?
I totally agree with that.
And how about if I make this 6 into a fraction with a 9 in the denominator? Then I'll have whatever that number is over 9 plus 4 over 9.
Oh, and when I have the same denominator, I can add my numerators together,
Just
right?
add them across. That's the trick of this.
But how am I going to get my numerator?
Well, you got to do a little side problem here. You say 6 is equal to 6 over 1 when you just want to make 6 into a fraction. And if we multiply the top and the bottom by 9, which you can do because 9 over 9 is 1, then we'll have 9 in the bottom, which we want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the top, we'll have 6 times 9, which is 54.
So, just 1 second. When I multiply my numerator and my denominator by the same number, it makes a new fraction, but those fractions are the same?
Yep. 6 over 1 is equal to 54 over 9. Sorry.
All right.
So I'm going to put the 54 over 9 on this side, and then when you add these together, remember when you're adding fractions, if the denominators are the same, I always say bottom, Miss Marino reminds me to call it the right name.
Because we do want to use our math vocabulary, so
Absolutely.
Denominator.
Absolutely. So the denominator stays 9, stays the same, and you add across the top. 54 plus 4 is 58. I ran out of room there a little bit, but that is...
So 58 over 9.
Is
I
improper
really
fraction.
like what you did with the multiplication to make another fraction over 9. Now here's a little shortcut that I learned that I want to show you for this one.
Okay.
So we take our whole number, which in this case is 6. We multiply it by our denominator, which is 9.
Okay.
And then we add to it the numerator, which is 4. So times the denominator plus the numerator.
Okay.
Okay?
So you go down first.
You go down,
Multiply, then up.
yeah,
Okay.
kind of like
Yeah.
a check mark kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so 6 times 9 gives me 54, just like you figured out for yours.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have to add my 4. I end up with 58.
Kind of like this. Yeah.
Kind of like that, yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah.
And again, I have 58, but I have to keep my same denominator. I cannot change it. So I end up with 58 over 9.
Yay! They're equal.
They are equal. So again, choose whichever method makes more sense to you. Maybe the one you learned before, the one that's easier. Or maybe you have a whole nother method of solving this. And in that case, put it on your paper, put a little star next to it, and I'll check it out when I grade your weekly. I think that's it. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in this space below. Or you can just come see me after class.
See you next week.
Bye!